exercises for your feet and your ankles to strengthen up your ankles and to work on the point in your foot. I have a couple things with me, but if you don't have these items at home, don't worry about it. You can do them without, or if you have something similar, you can do that as well. I have a tennis ball with me that I'm going to roll my foot on in just a little bit, and I also have a TheraBand. Again, if you don't have these items at home, no worries. You can still do these exercises just without the extra assistance from these items. So the first thing that we're going to do is warm up those ankles by circling them outwards and then inwards. So we're going to put our right foot up and flex our foot, and we're going to do 8 circles outwards and then 8 circles inwards. Make sure that you flex that foot as hard as you can and point it as hard as you can, and then take it as far side to side each way. Let's do those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it the other way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now let's do the left foot. And go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take it the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Shake those legs out. We're now going to work on the stretching of the top of our foot as well as our ankle and our arch. So we're going to take our feet one at a time, and we're going to go on the ball of our foot, making sure that we're not stickling that ankle out. Our heel should be directly over our toe, and then going over the top of our toes, and then back to the ball of our foot, and then flat. Then the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. The right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. The left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're going to take that just a little bit further, and we're going to go over the top of our foot and hold that for just a little bit. So we're going to hold it for 30 seconds. And when you do that, I want you to really make sure that you're pressing over the top of that foot as much as you can. Our goal is to kind of have where the tops of our toes, our knuckles of our feet, I guess if you want to say, those should be touching the floor if you can. If you can't, that's okay, but I do need you to make sure that you're not compromising your technique by taking your heel outwards. Loosen up that stretch a little bit if you tend to go out that way. We want to keep a straight line, so we want to push that foot down into the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Good. Go on the ball of your foot to stretch that back out the opposite way, and then flat. Now let's do it on the left side. Stretch it over and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Good. Stretch it back out the other way and then flat. Good job. The next exercise that we're going to be doing is with my tennis ball. Now again, if you don't have a tennis ball, that's okay. Find something that's circular. My teacher growing up told me I could use a soup can to roll back and forth. Anything that's round like that, preferably if it's a little softer, the better. That's why I like the tennis ball. It gives you a little, it's not as rigid and it doesn't put as much pressure on your arches, but whatever you have lying around, that's perfectly fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this tennis ball on the floor, and it's very, very simple. You're just gonna put that foot on the tennis ball with it in your arch, okay? So the arch of our foot is where our foot rounds, where it lifts up right here. That's our arch, and that's what we're gonna be stretching out at the moment, okay? So all we're gonna do is roll that back and forth. Super simple. You really wanna be pressing into the ball so that you feel it in your arch as you roll through. And we're just gonna do that a little bit on each foot. It really just helps roll out that muscle in your arch. If you have ever used our foam rollers at the studio, this is basically a foam roller for your foot. It's just a really good way to help loosen up those muscles that are in your feet. So now we're going to transition to stretching out our feet from sitting down on the floor. So what I want you to do is sit on your feet just like I am, and I want you to lift up, and I want you to turn your feet over so you're on the balls of your feet and sit down on those heels. And I really want you to make sure that your heels aren't going away from each other. They're going straight up and down. So let me turn so you can see. We don't want to be doing this. We want them straight up and down or towards each other, but preferably straight up and down if we can. So back to the side. So we're gonna sit and hold this, and I want you to put all of your weight down into your toes, down into your heels, and you should feel a stretch in your toes and up through your arch in your foot. If you don't, you can take your heels forward just a little bit. You can also put your hands on the floor and arch back to help get some of the weight onto your feet. But you should feel it in those toes, really stretching out those feet and through your arches. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So now that we've stretched out our feet, now we're gonna strengthen our feet, okay? So when you are pointing your foot, you don't need to just have the flexibility in your feet. You need to have them strong so that they can fully point to their full potential, okay? A lot of us sometimes have the tendency to crunch our ankle, and we're only pointing our toes, but we're not pointing through our ankle, right? I want you guys to work on being able to point through your entire ankle, your toes, the whole thing, okay? So we are gonna start with doing some releves. We're gonna do our regular releve combination that we always do in class. I want you to put your hands on your hips. I'm gonna let you do that today. And we're gonna start with our feet parallel, okay? So we're gonna do 10 releves parallel, 10 in first position, 10 in second position, 10 in first, and 10 parallel. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Down. 2, 3, try to keep those heels together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, don't rock back on your heels, 10, and first position, 6, 7, 8, up 1, heels forward, 2, 3, keep those knees straight, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second position, 6, 7, 8, up 1, booties tight, 2, 3, knees straight, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. First position, 5, 6, we're almost there, 8, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can do it, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last set, parallel, 6, 7, 8, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, good. Okay, so you might be a little tight from that. Your legs might be hurting, right? So what I want you to do is do your pike stretch. So we're gonna sit and we're gonna pull our feet straight out in front of us. And we're gonna stretch over as much as we can and flex our feet if you don't feel a stretch in just your regular one. Good. You should feel it stretch out the backs of those legs a little bit for you. And then we're also gonna do our downward dog stretch. So feet shoulder width apart, heels on the ground, hands on the floor, you're in a V, push your weight back towards your hips. Good job. All right, so now that we've done our releves, we're also going to do some stuff with our TheraBand, okay? So it's gonna be also working on not just our feet, but our turnout as well. All right, so I have my TheraBand, and I'm gonna put my foot in the middle of it. So there's a little bit on the top so that my foot doesn't slide out. And I'm gonna make sure that I pull it nice and tight, but I don't wanna pull it too tight that I risk popping the TheraBand because that's not gonna feel very good. And I have my right leg straight out in front of me and my left leg is bent. And I'm going to flex my foot as hard as I can using the TheraBand to help pull it back. And my heel is trying to come up off the floor, okay? From here, we're gonna point our foot and flex. Good. So we're gonna do that 10 times. And when you do that, I'm gonna turn so you can see me. I want you to make sure that you press that ankle out. And I don't know if you can tell, but my toes are up at the moment. So without the TheraBand, it looks like this. I'm pointing my ankle, but I'm not pointing my toes yet. Then I do my toes. And then to come up, I do my toes first, and then the entire foot. So when we're doing these, I want you to make sure that you do each piece individually instead of just going point and flex without going through each position. It just articulates the feet a little bit more and it gets us a better workout and a better stretch. All right, so we're gonna do these 10 times on each leg. If you don't have a TheraBand, do this exact same exercise like I was showing you without the TheraBand. It's still really, really good for your feet and the articulation in your feet. It's not just about pointing the foot, it's about really stretching through and reaching it as far as you can. So even if you don't have the TheraBand, stretching your feet without it is still very helpful. 5, 6, 7, 8, and point, and flex, that's 1, and point, and flex, that's 2, and point, and flex, 3, point, and flex, 4, don't single your foot, and flex, 5, point, and flex, 6, point, and flex, 7, point, and flex, 8, point, and flex, 9, point, and flex, 10. Very good. All right, so now we're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna turn this way this time so that you can see my foot from the side. All right, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and point, and flex. 1, point, and flex. 2, point, and flex. 3, point, and flex. 4, point, and flex. 5, point, and flex. 6, point, and flex. 7, point, and flex. 8, point, and flex. 9, point, and flex. 10. Good. Shake those legs out. Circle out your ankles, loosen everything back up. Good. So we're going to put that aside for the moment. And we're gonna put our feet straight out in front of us, and we're gonna sit up nice and straight and tall. Now you can put your hands beside you, but I don't want you to be leaning back, being lazy shoulders like this. I want you to sit up straight and tall and really be focusing on your technique. So we are going to put our feet straight out in front of us in our pike stretch, and we're gonna point our feet really hard, and we're gonna flex our feet. We're gonna turn them out as much as we can without bending our knees, okay? So we don't wanna go like this, because then we're not really turning our legs out anymore. We wanna just open them out, then we're gonna point them, and then close together, okay? So this is working our feet and our turnout. We wanna be able to work on both. So we're gonna flex first. 5, 6, 7, 8, and flex. Out, point, 1, and flex. Out, knee straight, point, 2, and flex. Out, point, 3, and flex. Out, point, 4, flex. Out, point, 5, flex. Out, point, 6, flex. Out, point, 7, flex. Out, point, 8, flex. Out, point, 9, last one, flex. Out, point, 10. Good. Shake those legs out. All right, so we're gonna do one more exercise, and I have with me just a tank top. It can be a towel, a t-shirt, whatever it is, just something small that you can lay down on the floor, okay? And this is a strengthening exercise that you can do with your feet. It feels a little funny, but I promise it really does help work the muscles to your feet. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay it down on the floor, and you're gonna put your toes on top of it. And with our toes, we're gonna walk this towel or t-shirt or whatever it is that we've got laying around, and we're gonna walk it in, okay, with our toes. Now what this is doing is it's strengthening the muscles in our toes and in the arches of our feet and the tops of our feet as well, because we're having to use those muscles that we don't normally do. This muscle is the equivalent of me doing this with my hand, right? We're doing that with our feet. So we're gonna be strengthening the underside of our foot by doing this. Once you get to the end of your shirt, you're gonna switch feet and open the shirt back out and then start it again on the other foot. Now what I want you to do is make sure that you do this 5 times on each foot, okay? This seems like a silly exercise, but I promise you it helps a lot. But I do want you to make sure that when you're doing this, that you don't crunch your toes up nice and tight, okay? I've talked about this in other videos. We want to open our toes out wide. We don't want to crunch them up. This is a perfect way to practice this, by opening those toes out and pulling in as much as you can, okay? It really helps in all kinds of dance steps and things like that, for your ankles to be strong like this, and for your toes and your feet to be really movable so that you can balance and do everything that you want to do. I hope you had a great time watching this video. The stuff that we've done in this video are very, very important for your basic dance training. It's very good for us to not only be flexible, but for us to be strong so that we don't injure ourselves on accident, okay? So I really want you to watch this video a lot. Take this video, do it every single day. You can follow along with me, or if you don't want to follow along with me, write it all down, that's okay. But I want to see you doing this as many times as you can, okay? Send me videos, send me pictures. If you feel like you're not sure if you're doing something right, let me know and I will help you in any way that I possibly can. I can't wait to see you guys, and I am so excited that we're going to be having Zoom classes so that we can see your faces, even if it's over a computer. I miss you guys. Have a good day.